I've got my grinder and my belt sander set up in this tool tray here at the end of my workbench, but when I use them they kind of move across the surface here. They're not anchored down in any way, so I am going to come up with a way to secure them down here without bolting them into my nice epoxy bottom here in this tool tray. So stick with me and I'll show you how I do it.
You're watching Patrick Parson Workshop.
All right, we'll go ahead and dry fit this. Make sure everything is the right size. I hope it is, since I did this off camera just a minute ago. That's how it always works in these videos, guys. I would not be dry fitting this on camera here if I hadn't already done that. There is a tiny bit of play in there, but that's okay. That'll make it easier when I put this frame together. It'll make it easier to put in here and get it out of here. There's probably maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that, of play, but that is perfectly okay. So now I'll go ahead and assemble this frame. I'm just going to go ahead and screw this frame together. I think that'll be good enough. I am going to countersink. I'm going to pre-drill and countersink it just a little bit here so these heads will fit flush and I don't split out the wood. Alright, and I'm using 2-inch screws. 2 1/4 would probably be better, but I have 2-inch and I think these are going to work fine. Fits like a glove. I've got this piece of French cleat right here, if you can see that. And I am going to use some Tight Bond 2 here because I do need this to be very, very strong, this French cleat part. I went ahead and added screws here in the middle of this French cleat too because this is going to have to carry some weight. Better safe than sorry. All right, now I want to make sure that my holes for mounting the bandsaw here are in the right place. So what I did is I measured the distance between these two and the distance between these two, and then I marked them here on my piece of plywood, and now I'm going to go ahead and drill those holes. And what I do to keep my bit from wandering once I get the bit on there is I just kind of push it down, mash it in a little bit, and that seems to help. Because you do want to be very precise here. If these holes are not in the right place and they don't line up with these, you're going to be in trouble. I'm gonna finish this up over on the drill press. So I made that recess the size that a washer can fit in there, so the bolt will come through there. Washer will sit down in there, and then the nut will go on. So it'll look like that from the underside. All right, got it mounted, but it's a little tough to pull out of there. You gotta the Bosch was having a little bit of trouble, which is understandable. This hole saw requires some torque here. I think that did have a little bit more torque than the Bosch. It's not real scientific, but seems like it did. Yep, that's going to be a lot easier to take in and out with those little holes there. All right, let's see if this works now. Wow. You can just take that and probably put it over there on a French cleat. Yes. How'd that work back there? You get it on the French cleat? Yes, it is. Right over here on the French cleat. Awesome. Looking good.